2007 on an '07 Jaguar X-Type. This is the 2-litre diesel model, but it's a late sovereign model, which means it's got the really high spec. So a whole load of extras on it, which we'll point out as we go around. Notice as we go around as well, it is all one colour of silver. It's not a patchwork quilt of bad local paint jobs. It is one nice shade of correct silver, which is always nice to see. Got a bit of sunlight ruining this side, but we'll have a proper close-up look as we go around. Start on the bodywork and then we'll move on to the interior and we'll go for a cold engine startup. Starting on this driver's corner, all nice and neat down there. We do have one tiny little stone chip and another one just there. Very, very tiny. I am being quite picky there. The arch itself, lovely and neat all the way around. We do have a couple of little bubbles just starting at the very bottom there. It's nice. Sort of 5-spoke alloy wheels, Jaguar spec wheels, correct wheels. They are nice and tidy, but considering the car itself is very clean, personally I would get it refurbed. There's a couple of little curb marks on each one. Personally I'd refurb them just to get them to match the rest of the car. Nice and neat coming up the A-pillar. We do have one very small stone chip just there. And then on the leading edge of the roof, nice and neat all the way along. No sign of any stone chips, no sign of any corrosion. The rest of the roof's all nice and smooth. There's no ripples or dents in that. All the glass is lovely and clear. Around the wing mirror, it's nice and neat as well. There's no marks to note on the driver's door, with the exception of one very, very small scratch just there. I'm being very, very picky there. Nice and neat on the rear door. We've got what looks to be a stone chip that's been touched in there, so that just wants a polish. I've already going to take the head off the paint. Nice and clean in the rear arch. There's no bubbling coming in the usual spots. It's sort of normally along here or down the bottom there. Another good wheel and tyre. Look down this side, you can see it is nice and straight all the way down there. Round on the back, you've got nice clear tail lights on both sides. Chrome trim on both sides is good as well. Parking sensors on the rear. There's no marks where things have been lifted in and out of the boot. And the top of the boot lid itself is all nice and neat as well. Around the rear screen is all good. There's no delamination or any corrosion coming through in any of the usual spots. Round at the passenger side, if you look down this side again, lovely and straight, not full of ripples or filler. Nice and neat on that rear arch all the way around. Another good wheel and tyre. Can have another look at the roof from up here. Yeah, like I say, nice and straight on the roof. Leading edge of the windscreen's all good. Got one very small stone chip on the top of the pillar there. Glass on this side is clear as well. No real marks to note on the passenger door on the rear. We've got a light scuff just coming down the rub strip on this side. You can just see that there. Yeah, just ever so slightly taking the paint off the rub strip. And there is a very small scuff on the plastic on the outside of the wing mirror, but that does look like it would just wipe off with a bit of tar and glue remover. Nice and neat on the arch. It has been touched in on a scuff at some point there. And we do have two little stone chips just on the front of the wing there itself. Round at the front, and like every X-Type, the headlights actually aren't that bad, but they could do with a little bit of a polish. And they would make a big difference. Rest of that front bumper is very good. One or two very minor stone chips on the bonnet, but generally very, very good. Nice presentable car. Lovely spec with it being a sovereign as well. Interior wise, we've got black leather interior. It's electric seats, electric windows, electric mirrors. What else have we got? We've got auto lights, cruise control, the larger sat-nav unit, heated seats, aircon, everything you expect from a sovereign. Just put the key in there and we'll check the mileage. 47,503 miles. Particularly low mileage for one of these. Normally you see them on 100,000 by now. Driver's seat, exactly as you'd expect for the mileage, virtually no wear at all. Bolsters are nice and firm. Carpet set's lovely and dark. Lovely clean steering wheel. Quite often these buttons can wear thin, but these ones are all lovely and tidy. Into the rear. And again, nice and neat on that door card. There's no signs of any marks on the door shuts or anything with everybody getting in and out. All lovely and clean on the rear bench. Put that armrest on, yeah, that nice and tidy in there. The seats are lovely. The leather's sort of not overly shiny from people sliding on and off or anything like that. The backs of the seats are good. Headlining's lovely and clean. There's no funny smells in there, no signs of any damp or any dogs or smoke or anything like that. And then lovely and tidy in the boot. Spare wheel, tow eye, all that sort of stuff. Lock and wheel key, everything is where it should be. It does pop on the key as well, as opposed to having to use the button in the car, which is always handy, especially if you're coming back to the car and you want to go in the boot first. All good on the rear passenger door card on this side. And again, That black leather, very, very nice. Backs of the seats are good. Really not a lot to whinge about. And final door card, lovely and neat. And that passenger seat, as you'd expect, just as good as the rest. The wood across the dash is lovely. All the buttons in the center console are good. No wear at all on the armrest. And a nice clean carpet set. Right, under the bonnet we've got that. If we can remember how to, if we remember to pop the bonnet, that's half the story, isn't it? Got a 2-litre diesel engine, manual gearbox. It's normally the one you see on hundreds of thousands of miles, but nice low mileage on this one. And then under there, all lovely and clean, nice and standard. Doesn't look like it's been messed with. It's been parked here a little while. Nice and dry underneath. Got it started up. Nice stone cold start up. Firing up on the button. Other than it whinging about a driver's door being open, there's no warning lights on there at all. You see it's nice and cold as well. Nothing nasty coming out around the back. And ticking over nice and happy around the front. So there you have it. 2007 Jaguar X-Type, 2-litre diesel, sovereign spec. Any questions at all, please get in touch. Thank you.